What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're coming back to Aldious. Yes, indeed, Aldious Fans FEELIN YOU. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbity bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Krauser, Greg Garvin, and Zachary Loomis. And this is actually Zachary's prioritized request for the month of March for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, Zachary. Hope you enjoy the show, as well as you, Krauser and Greg. They all want to see me react to this song by Aldious called Yozakura. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, hang on, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Okay, this was posted by Heavy Metal Is the Law, all right? And the video has 11 views. Now there's a reason for that, is because the video link is actually private. They got the link from Heavy Metal Is the Law and they shared it with me, but they specifically asked me to keep the link private. So 11 views, I understand it's a private link, but I'm sorry, I gotta keep it fair across the board, guys. It's not gonna get you there. Sorry. No, like I'm sure the video's fine. I'm sure the song's fine. Okay, relax, everybody, just calm down. I'm just saying, 11 views. I understand it's private, but it's still not gonna get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. The link to the original video will not be down in the video description because I was specifically asked to keep it private, so please keep that in mind. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Aldious, Yozakura Live 2013. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Another Japanese band that I really think I need to go see live, or hopefully they come to the States and play live. I don't know which one. I don't know if they ever come to the States or not. I know it's getting harder and harder for Japanese bands to get out here, unless you're like a big name Japanese band. It's tough. It's expensive, man. Touring overseas is not cheap, and a lot of record labels just don't want to push it because, let's be honest, are Japanese bands huge in America? I'm going to be honest with you, folks. No, they're not. And it's a shame because they should be. They should be bigger. But unfortunately, America's got its head so far up pop music's rear end. It's like rock music just doesn't get the respect, man. It really doesn't. Not that it should. So if I got to go to Japan to check them out, I'll have to just make a trip, I guess, one of these days if I can ever afford it. Gotta work it into the budget. No, they're a lot of fun to watch. A lot of good energy on stage, a lot of great movement and motion, some great interaction, some crowd interaction. We've already checked off all the boxes. They're all checked. Stage presence, stage interaction, crowd interaction, stage energy, showmanship, all there. Already there. All done within the first, seriously. That was all finished within the first like minute and a half. So it's all downhill from here, man. It's seriously coast time. But I don't think they're going to coast. Good energy on the song. Good drive on the song. Feels good. Sounds good. I got no issue with anything I'm hearing. The bass is very active. Like in the first like minute of the song, the guitars were just seriously, for the most part, just sustaining chords. While the bass player was kind of the driving force from a melodic standpoint within the instrumentation. It was really doing more of the moving around the neck than anybody else was. I like that. Changes things up a little bit. I can absolutely dig it. Gang vocals sound good. Vocals sounds really good on her own. She sounds really good. Guitar solos sounded really nice. I like the harmonizing guitar solo. That was really nice. Yeah, man, I got no problem with this. None whatsoever. Let's keep this going. thought so. Nice accents. Nice accents at the end there. Nice. And the guitar. Boom. Last note. Nice accent work. Clean playing across the board from everybody. Very impressive with the harmonizing guitar solo, especially when they went into the thing that impressed me the most about it was the tapping part. That was very clean. I know I liked it. Well, I'm not sure how much I liked it. I need to think about a score. A couple scores are going through my mind, but I don't know which one I'm going to settle on yet. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Aldious with Yozakura. This was a request from Krauser, Greg Garvin, and Zachary Loomis. And this was actually Zachary's prioritized request for the month of March for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, Zach. Hope you enjoy the show, man, as well as you, Krauser, and you, Greg. Okay, couple of announcements before we get to the score. I'm doing these announcements in every single video for the entire month of March, so hopefully as many people as possible will watch at least one video during the course of the month of March, and they'll see the announcement. If you've seen one of the videos already for the month of March, you can skip ahead. You can skip ahead about 5 minutes, and you'll be right about where you need to be.
Here we go again.
Announcement number 1, we have gone back to the old scoring system. You guys spoke, you voted, and 2/3 of the vote said, yeah, let's go back to the old scoring system. Guys, I got no problem with that. I have no problem with that at all. I'm perfectly fine with it. I did say during the live stream that if we do go back to the old scoring system, there's going to have to be some changes made. The number one reason that people were opposed to doing the star rating system is everybody was worried that there was going to be way too many 4-star ratings given. You know, too many bands, too many songs getting 4 stars. And it'd become oversaturated. And guys, listen, I agree with you. I absolutely do. That would probably have happened. But here's the thing. That problem was already happening with the old scoring system. If you take a look at the beginning of the channel all the way through to the current day, there's over 2,000 videos in there. Take your pick, whichever ones you want to check out. I would say about 2/3 of the scores fell between the range of about 7.4 to about an 8.6. I think that's a pretty safe estimation. Now a lot of people are going, well, that's not oversaturated. That's 13 different scores. You're absolutely right. It is 13 different scores out of 100, which means 13%. That's a very small, narrow margin as compared to the 20% that we would have gotten with a 4-star rating out of 5. You know, that way that's, you know, 1 rating, which would be 4 stars out of 5 possible. Well, that's 20%. It would have been a bigger margin. So that problem was already happening with a narrow margin of scores being handed out. So I did say during the live stream we're going to have to make some changes. So here are the changes. Number 1, most importantly, I'm going to have to get tougher. I'm going to have to get harder. I'm going to have to make it a lot more difficult for bands to get up to the 7s and the 8s and the 9s. It's going to be very difficult now to get up to the 7s. It's going to be really tough. 8s are going to be extremely hard to get up to. And 9s, they're going to be pretty much impossible. I mean, if you get a 9 now, it's going to be, man, you earned it. You absolutely earned it if you get it now. One of the things that's going to help with that is we have to refocus on making 5s the middle ground. So 5 is the average. 5 is the median ground. So every single reaction I do is going to start at 5.0. I don't care who the band is. I don't care if it's Baby Metal. I don't care if it's Love Bites. I don't care if it's Nightwish. I don't care if it's Pearl Jam. I don't care if it's Soundgarden. I don't care if it's Johnny Nobody and the Never Will Be's. I don't care if it's Nirvana. I don't care if it's X. It does not matter to me. Everybody is going to start at 5. And then we can either go up or we can go down. Okay, but everybody starts at 5 from now on. Plain and simple. Now, that's announcement number 1. Announcement number 2. During the live stream, a number of people suggested, because the whole reason that I went to a 5-star rating system was to make my scoring easier to understand and comprehend, especially for new people coming in, because there was a lot of confusion and misinterpretation, and people would get upset and leave because they thought I was giving, a 7.2, and that was a low score. That was a bad score, when in reality, it was a really good score, but people don't always internalize that. So I went to 5-star rating to make it easier. Well, people in the live stream like, well, why don't you do both? why don't you give your numeric rating and then give some other ratings that will, correlate with what that numeric score means? Guys, I'm not all seeing, I'm not all knowing, I'm not omnipotent as much as I pretend to be. And I don't always see everything, so I want to thank every single person in the live stream who attended and gave that suggestion, because guys, that was a great suggestion, great idea. I don't know why I didn't think of it. So we're going to do that. As a matter of fact, I am going to give 4 different grades, 4 different scores for the exact same thing. Hopefully this will cut down the confusion and everybody will internalize and interpret at least one of them. So there's going to be the numeric score. There's going to be a scale score. So you're going to have your greats, your really goods, your okays, your pretty goods. You're going to have that as well. You're also going to have the star rating. I'm going to keep the star rating. We're going to use 4 out of 5 possible stars. We're going to keep that. And I'm also going to include a letter grade for those people who just cannot seem to get their mindset out of elementary school. So there you go. Numeric score, scale rating, a star rating, and a letter grade. Now, if you cannot interpret at least one of those, I don't care which one, but if you can't interpret it at least one of those, I can't help you. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you, man. I certainly can't be of any help. My suggestion at that point, in all honesty, would be to probably go find another channel to watch, because this is probably not going to be the channel for you, all right? Okay, having said all of that, let's get to the score, shall we? Let's see. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.1. Yep, 8.1. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, 8.1. What does that mean? Well, for starters, it's a great score. It's a great score. It would equal out to 4-star rating. Yeah, it would definitely get a solid, right in the middle, 4-star rating. And it would also get a letter grade of an A- at the very bottom of the A- scale, but getting an A- nonetheless, not a B+. So yeah, an A- score, 4 out of 5 stars, great scale rating, and an 8.1 all means the exact same thing. Now, how did I get to that 8.1? So glad you asked. It's a great song. It is. It's a fun listen. Great energy, great pacing, really nice tempo, not too fast. When they kicked in, I was like, it's a fast, upbeat tempo. I really hope they can play cleanly at this tempo, and they did. They did. Clean playing across the board from everybody. Drums, bass, both guitars. Very, very clean, very accurate playing. And I had, fine. Oh, look, if you can do it, do it. Absolutely. Very high energy, very nice pacing. I dug everything about the song. I did. Great push, great flow. As far as songwriting goes, we were in 4/4 the entire time, which is perfectly fine. Some really nice work, unison-wise, between the guitar players, especially when they went into the guitar solos where they would harmonize with each other. In particular, the second solo where they harmonized and they went into the tapping part. The picking, don't get me wrong, picking in unison is hard. It's not easy because it's not just you, you gotta rely and be locked in with someone else. So that's tough enough. Harmonizing it, that's even harder because now you're not playing the same note, you're playing 2 different notes. And if you mess up and you play a wrong note, it's gonna be very, very noticeable. To do it with tapping is even tougher. And when they went into the tapping section, I was like, that's impressive. That's very impressive. They were very, very tight. I mean, don't get me wrong, the unison playing was impressive all along, but the tapping part, that was very impressive. Very cleanly done. In the beginning, the guitar players were doing the sustained chords and the bass player was doing a lot of the movement around the notes and really kind of taking the lead I like that. I really do. It sounded really nice. She's got a nice tone too. And this had absolutely nothing to bear on the song whatsoever. This did not affect the score in any way, shape, or form. It's always good to see a Widow bass. Blackie Lawless would be proud. But I don't think I've ever seen a 5-string Widow. That was interesting. I wonder who makes that. I know BC Rich was the one who came up with the Widow design, but that didn't look like a BC Rich headstock. That looked like a ESP headstock. So I wonder if ESP might have made that just for her. That's a shame. Because if they did, and if it's available for sale, I would actually think about maybe picking one of those up. It looks good. It looks really good. I'll have to rip out the pickups probably and put in some really nice, like, you know, I don't know, EMGs or something like that, or maybe if Bartolone makes them in that configuration, maybe get Bartolone's. But the body style is really cool looking. Yeah, I would love to get a Widow, if it's a 5-string. 4-string, nah, I'm not gonna waste my time. But I think it looked really good. All their guitars look nice. A nice throwback to the 80s when, you know, BC Rich was king and everybody was playing the Warlocks and the Bitches and the Warbirds and the Beasts and, you know, all the crazy design, the Mockingbirds. So the bass players really were very drawn to two designs. They were drawn to the Warlocks and they were drawn to the Mockingbirds. I always liked the War Beast design. I'm going to be honest with you. I did, man. I always kind of liked that design, and the Iron Birds. They looked really nice too. Anyway, moving along. Vocally, everything sounded really nice from her. Very clean, nice movement within the notes. Sounded very nice, very clean. No break. Nothing screech. Everything just sounded really nice. Nice use of vibrato. The vibrato was not overly done. I really like her vocals. And then as far as the live show, what really kind of put it over top was the live show. They checked off all 5 boxes within like the first minute and a half. So they definitely put on a great live show. A lot of crowd interaction, a lot of stage interaction, movement and motion around the stage, up and down on the ego blocks, moving around the stage. A lot of fun. Just a lot of fun to watch. Great stage presence, great stage energy, the interaction with the crowd and with each other, showmanship. Yeah, it's all there. All there within the first minute and a half. Production, there really wasn't a whole lot, if any. But you know what? Like I've always said, production is bonus points. If you don't do production, I'm not that worried about it. Unless you are a production-based band. At that point, you better have production. And it better look good. So, but they're not a production-based band, I have a feeling. So, no, overall, great job. Great job. Between the music and the stage show, I got absolutely no complaints about this whatsoever. So, yeah, that's where we're at. So let's wrap this up in a nice pretty bow. 8.1, great scale rating, 4 out of 5 stars, A- letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.